Hey guys, welcome to IPINKIT. My name is Ingrid. Right now I'm in Istanbul and I'm going to be traveling around Turkey. However, before I share with you how I manage my multiple food allergies and my plant-based diet in this country, I was thinking I can give you my first impressions of Istanbul so that way you know what to expect when you visit. Alright, before coming, my family and my friends were a little worried about my safety because I'm actually traveling solo. And obviously, as a woman in a country that you've never been before, it can be a little bit skeptical if you have no idea what to expect. But I have to tell you, honestly, I felt very safe. One thing that I was concerned is that if I wore certain type of clothes, would I be disrespecting the country? Would I get undesired attention? And honestly, everyone wears whatever they want. So I have found Istanbul to just be a very metropolitan city. It is like a blend of cultures. So you get to see people obviously like wearing their hijabs, but as well you also get to see others who are wearing like crop tops and shorts and skirts and dresses. So it really doesn't matter. Like come as you are, wear whatever you want. However, when it comes to clothing, make sure that you check the weather. So right now it's like super hot. So obviously like crop tops, like strapless dresses, what else, like skirts, like anything that is going to be like very comfy and like fresh, just like this blouse is going to keep you like really nice. Otherwise, you're just gonna suffer from the heat. But I honestly felt very safe. No one has chased me, no one has tried to do anything against me. They're all like respecting and minding their own business. So honestly, if you're just traveling solo, I wouldn't even worry. But obviously, I take the necessary precautions. So I wake up early, I go out early, and then before sunset, I try to come back to my place. This is one little trick I use. So I have all my important documents right here. Then I just tie this in the back, wear it on top. It's fine. It doesn't look weird, but also I grab a hoodie around it, just like this, and that way no one suspects that I'm carrying anything here. Just because you don't know, like you're not familiar and you're just on your own, I think it's better if you try to take the necessary precautions and obviously like trust your gut feeling. If you feel like going this way might not be safe, then go the other way. Like walk a little longer, but just make sure that you feel completely safe. But other than that, honestly, like Istanbul, thumbs up. I love it and no issues whatsoever here. Second thing I want to address. So the language barrier. I have to admit that a lot of people only speak Turkish. It's going to be very rare that you actually find someone who speaks English, and actually like nearly too impossible to find someone who speaks Spanish. So I will recommend you to try to learn a few words. Honestly, Turkish is not difficult, and also you can use like Google Translate. So just learn the basics that are going to help you to move around, like to ask for the prices when you go shopping, to like greet people, to thank them, like all the basics, and then everything else just use Google Translate and try to your best to like adjust to knowing that people are not going to understand what you're saying. So it's nice if you actually prepare in advance. I know a little bit of Turkish, so for me it's been really easy. That was actually like my project during the lockdown, to learn a new language. And early on I got into like this Turkish series, and because they were so good, I ended up just learning Turkish. And part of the reason why I wanted to come to Turkey was to just get to practice and see if I knew something, and if not, try to learn it. So it's been really fun to use like the basic Turkish I have. And within the next couple of weeks, I'm actually going to be sharing like more videos with you to like teach you how to go shopping, to teach you how to like buy food, and all the necessary words that you need to move around. So make sure to stick to my channel for that. If you're new to IPINKIT, then you probably don't know that I happen to follow a plant-based lifestyle. So yes, I am vegan, but I also happen to have 12 food allergies. When it comes to eating out, I honestly have only been here for a week, and I've been just mainly cooking at home. So I rented an Airbnb to have access to a kitchen because I'm a bit skeptical of going out and trying food when I know that they're cooking a lot with nuts, with wheat, with sesame seeds. So I don't know yet how the situation's going to go, but mainly I've been just cooking at home. I was going to mention that I've been going to the market and getting like fresh produce. Kiraz ne kadar? Yok. Yok. Çok teşekkürler. Like all the veggies, all the fruits are extremely cheap. It's crazy because the currency is actually devaluated. So when you come with your US dollars, it feels like you have a lot of money. Honestly, I feel like a little bit rich in this country. So I love it. I can't complain. And it's really easy to like navigate like buying your food. Obviously, if you are vegan, there are going to be more options for you. Actually, there are some YouTube videos that can show you some of the vegan restaurants you can go to, but also you can use Happy Cow or you can just use Google to make sure that you find all those vegan gems. There are two vegan supermarkets here in Istanbul. I haven't been able to go to any. I tried to go to one on Sunday, but it was closed. It's open from Monday to Saturday, but I brought a lot of things from back home. If you would love to learn what I brought with me to travel like vegan with food allergies, then I'm going to leave you the video above and also below so that way you learn. But because I brought so many ingredients, I haven't had the necessity to go to the vegan store yet. However, if you go to a regular supermarket, you actually find a few plant-based options. So I found coconut milk and haven't been struggling with that. Honestly, like it's been really nice. Another important thing I will say that is the transportation. So for me personally, the best way to get to know a city is by walking. At this point, I think I've been walking for an hour and 30 minutes. I'm not tired. Honestly, there's nothing else to do, so I'm just exploring. I came across, I believe this is the soccer stadium. It looks like it. There's this big football or soccer culture that I can tell like people really love it. Like this thing, it's massive. I have lived in Europe before, so I'm very used to walking for miles. However, if you're not into walking, I would recommend you to get an Istanbul transport card. So let me actually share a video with you on how to get one and how to reload it with more credit so you can continue using the transport. Alright, so the kiosk looks like this, and it's really easy to get your card. So basically all you need to do is select that option, the Istanbul card that you see over here. And then you're going to go ahead and insert 10 Turkish liras over here.
İstanbul kart
So
satın
once you insert
alabilirsiniz.
10 Turkish liras, it's going to give you the option over here to just click on more. So then you select this, and then after that, it's going to give it to you over here. So like once you like have it and you grab it, you can recharge it this way. So you place your card over here, and then you place whichever money you want to,
İşleminiz
and it will
yapılıyor. Lütfen
automatically
bekleyiniz.
like load it for you, so you don't have to worry about it. So it's pretty easy to do so. With the Istanbul card, you're going to have access to the metro, to the ferries, as well as the buses. The metro, I feel like right now, because it's summer, they don't have AC, it kind of like smells. So I would just like stick to the bus. Honestly, I have enjoyed that a little better. I just have to admit the traffic is hectic, it's really bad. Like it doesn't move, and sometimes it might be even better for you to walk rather than using the public transportation. The other thing is that you can actually rent bikes. So there is a program in the city where you can find them. It costs 36 Turkish liras. So here are all the bikes you can get. And the last resource will be to use taxis. So to order a taxi, I've actually been using the Uber app. And you can pick whether you want a yellow taxi or a blue taxi. Once it arrives and it finishes the ride, the driver is going to ask you whether you want to pay in cash or if you want to pay with card. I've honestly been doing both, like cash and card. It's really easy. Just make sure that you unlock your credit card when you come here, just so your bank doesn't think that there's like suspicious activity on your account and then they block it. That wouldn't be nice. Make sure that you call them, you tell them in advance that you're going to be here, so that way you don't run into any issues. But other than that, it's been pretty safe to use the public transportation. Even the taxis on my own, I haven't had like bad experiences. Oh, before I forget, like one important thing, COVID regulations. So because of COVID, I honestly love what the city, well, the country is doing. They have assigned each person a HES code, so HES code, which basically tracks where you are and whether you have been infected or who have the COVID, so the COVID virus. So basically, when you use the public transportation, you need to connect your Istanbul transport card to your HES code. When you go to malls, when you go to supermarkets, they might ask you for your HES code. So a lot of places are going to be asking you for this number. It is really simple to get it. So let me explain you how we're gonna get it. I happen to have an unlocked phone. So basically, anywhere I travel, I just purchase a SIM card. I find it a lot easier rather than actually paying in the States like $100 to get a phone. If you have an unlocked card, an unlocked phone, you can just get the SIM card. I got mine for $35, and I believe it has like 120 gigabytes. Like it has a lot of internet. So it was a really nice deal. And then I have a local phone number. Memorize your number, or at least like write it down, because they're going to be asking it in like stores that you go to, or because they need like your HES code, they might be asking for that. So once you have an once you have a Turkish phone number, then you can go ahead and text this number. So let me like share it here on the screen, and this is what we're going to text. I'm going to also share it so it's not complicated. So you're gonna write HES, so HES space, the country where you're coming from, so in my case USA, all in uppercase letters, then space, your passport number, then space. After that, you're going to write your birth year, so birth year, then space, and then in uppercase, your last name. So again, it is really simple. You can see it here in the screen. So you text it to the number that I mentioned you, and within a couple of seconds, you're actually going to get your HES code. It's honestly like really simple. And within the text message, they're going to give it to you, but also they're going to give you a link. And with the link, you're going to be able to access a QR code. So when you go, for example, to the mall, you just scan your QR code. So it makes it like very easy for you to use. And that in a way, it's tracking where you go. So if you have been infected with COVID, then the government knows that you try to go to a supermarket. So if they find you, they'll give you like a fine, but also they're going to prevent that from happening so you don't try to spread the disease to everyone. So it's honestly like a really nice initiative. I honestly really like it, and it's not difficult to get it. Okay, as a solo traveler, especially a woman, I feel like where you stay needs to be safe. So I will recommend you two places. I've only been here for a week, so I tried two places already that I think are going to be the safest. So within the European side, I stay in Besiktas. So here's the bathroom. One thing you have to remember is that since it's in Europe, they still use this. All right, pretty nice. It has a shower and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this off. Then here's my bed. It's not as organized because I already told you. They gave me one iron, and then I have AC, which is like super cool because it's gonna be very hot. Alright, so this is the little terrace that I have in Besiktas. So it is 6 a.m. So this is how it looks. Alright, and over here I have like my own living room, I have the TV, I have like a space where I can work, and here's the kitchen. So I already prepared a few things, but I'm on my way to go buy something else. Honestly, it's very like trendy, it's like super close to all the touristy attractions. Didn't have any issues there. I really enjoy it. If you want to see the Airbnb where I stay, I'm actually going to leave it the link below so that way you can access it. The apartment was, well, it's a studio, so the studio was really nice. It had access to Wi-Fi, it had AC, which became very handy because it's like really hot over here. And then the other region, or like I guess little town I would recommend you within Istanbul, In the Asian side is going to be Kadikoy. So Kadikoy going towards the Moda section. I feel like this is also going to be very trendy. Lots of like young people, lots of clubs, lots of places where you can go party and meet others, but it's also going to be very safe. So try to like find something within that section, and I think you're going to be completely okay. So those are the places where I've stayed. Didn't have any issues, and it's very like easy to access public transportation, but also you have stores within walking distance, so you don't really struggle that much here. There are two more things that I want to address. So one, the traffic. So it's really really bad. So you can use one app that it's called, well, apart from Google that is going to give you the directions, you can actually use this app that it's called City Mapper, and it's going to give you the routes, whether like you want to walk, whether you want to take the public transportation. It's really easy to use, and they have it available here for Istanbul. So I've been using a lot of City Mapper. However, don't trust City Mapper because the traffic is really bad. So even though it says that you're going to arrive to a place within 20 minutes, like it's probably gonna be like an hour and 30 minutes, something like that. Like traffic is really bad. So if you need to be somewhere, it might just be better for you to walk or try to leave early so that way you prevent encountering any traffic. And then the last thing I want to address is the cash. So over here they use Turkish liras. What I did is that I actually got them in the States. So through my bank, I placed the order within 3 to 4 days. They send the money to me, so no issues whatsoever. However, if you want to, you can also bring some cash, and there are going to be a lot of exchange houses here within Istanbul where you can go. I will probably like change the currency in the city instead of trying to change it at the airport, because at the airport it's going to be very expensive. Oh, I forgot. The SIM card, I actually got it at the airport. If you get it at the airport, it's going to be more expensive, but then it's really challenging to try to find your place if you don't have internet. But even so, like $35 wasn't bad. If you go outside, it's probably going to be half the price. So it might be better, but here's the thing, at the airport, in order for you to get Wi-Fi, they only allow you 1 hour of Wi-Fi. So you have to scan your passport. You go to, so they have like an office for passport control. You cannot go here until you have your visa. So you're gonna like go and try to get your visa in the next office. So in that section, for Americans, you only pay $30. I think Canada is like $70. So they vary, and they're just specific countries that can apply for a visa in person. Others have to apply in advance. So the US was pretty simple to get it, and then they take like cash, like dollars is fine. So I paid $30, and right next to it, there's like this kiosk where you scan your passport and it's going to give you a Wi-Fi code. So with that Wi-Fi code, you can access the Wi-Fi for an hour. However, it's going to be very challenging for you to try to navigate the city without internet. So I just went ahead and purchased the SIM card at the airport. But if you think you can make it, then try to come here and try to buy your SIM card in the city. But other than that, I have found my way here. I don't think it's difficult. It's honestly been very enjoyable to try to practice some of my Turkish, to like see a different part of the world. I happen to be from Latin America. I am from El Salvador and the States. So Turkey looks completely different to what I had imagined, but it has already like stole my heart. It's really, really pretty. So I really hope that when you come, you guys enjoy it as well. I really hope that you enjoy this video, that you now have an idea on what to expect. Within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sharing more videos because I'm going to be traveling throughout Turkey. I'll be here for a couple of months, so make sure that you are following me. All you need to do is click this red button on your screen, hit the bell once if you want to receive notifications every time I upload a video, so that way you'll get to learn a little bit more with me. I really hope that you guys find this video extremely helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends who want to come to Turkey, and without further explanation, I will see you next week with a brand new video. Bye guys!